Hey everyone, in the last video, we explored how the transparency shader works in WebGL, blending two textures together using an alpha value to create that dreamy, layered look seen in EarthBound's battle backgrounds. If you missed that one, check it out first, the link's in the description. Today, we're bringing that same transparency effect into Phaser 3. To save time, I've got a simple Phaser setup ready to go. It includes a background image game object that's already loaded into our scene and set up to take up the full size of our game. A placeholder post-processing pipeline that's set up to just render out the original texture that we passed in. Finally, a tweak pane UI so we can easily adjust our transparency value and our background images in real time. Here's the pipeline class we'll be using. Right now, it's just a pass-through shader that displays one texture, our main texture that's passed in to our shader. We're going to extend it so we can blend two textures together, just like what we did in raw WebGL. Our shader is currently set up with the uniforms we'll need for everything to work. We're expecting two uniforms that'll be our two textures we want to mix together, and then we have a uniform for our alpha, which will affect the transparency applied to that second texture. Now down in our pipeline, in our onPreRender method, we'll assign both of our textures and our uniform every frame of our game loop. This will keep our blend dynamic so we can fade smoothly between our textures or even animate the transparency if we want. Finally, we're using our onDraw method to bind our textures to the channels that we specify. So with our boilerplate for our pipeline in place, over on our game scene, all we need to do is add our pipeline to our renderer. Once we do that, we can apply it to one of our game objects in our scene. We can do that by using our setPostPipeline method here, and then we pass in the name of our custom pipeline. Once we do this, Phaser's going to handle the rendering pass for us. All the blending happens on the GPU, so it's lightning fast. Now the rest of the code in our game scene, this is used to create our tweak pane integration here, so then that way we can control our alpha uniform interactively. We can set it from a value between 0 and 1, and then that value is going to be passed to our shader. In addition to our alpha value, we can specify which two textures we want to blend together. Now that we reviewed our boilerplate code, let's implement our custom shader. So inside our custom pipeline, where we have our code for our fragment shader, let's go to our main function. First, we need to sample the same coordinate from both of our two textures we want to mix together. So making a new vector 4, we're going to call this color1. We'll set it equal to our texture 2D. And now we want to sample from our first texture, so our uniform, our U layer 1, and then our out text coordinate. Let's copy that line of code. We're going to paste it. Now we're going to do our color 2. Now we want to do our second texture, so our U layer 2. And now that we've sampled our two colors, we just need to mix them together to get our final color. So for our final color, this will be a vector 4. We're going to call this final color. We'll set it equal to. And now we want to use our mix function to mix our two colors together. So we're going to have our color 1, our color 2, and now we can pass in our alpha uniform so we can control how much transparency is going to be applied to our second color. So we're going to do our U alpha. Now we've mixed our two colors together, we just need to update our GL frag color to point it to that final color. So I'm going to copy this, we'll paste it, we're going to set it equal to our final color. Now if we save and we come over to our browser, we should be able to see our new code running. So right now, since our alpha is set to 0, we should only see our original texture. So in tweak pane, we can toggle between the textures we want to see. Now if we update our alpha value to be 1, we should see our second texture being rendered out. Then finally, if we update our value to be any number between 0 and 1, we should see our two textures being blended together. And this is where things start to get really interesting. Because this transparency shader works as a post-processing effect, you can combine it with any other effects that we've built in the series, like palette cycling or horizontal oscillation, to create complex, layered backgrounds that feel just like EarthBound's original battle scenes. And that's it. The transparency effect in Phaser 3. It's a simple technique, but it's the glue that ties all the other shader effects together. In our next video, we're going to bring everything together and show how we can combine multiple shader pipelines to recreate those layered retro battle scenes in Phaser 3. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and let me know in the comments which effects you'd like to see combined next. You can grab the full source code for this tutorial on GitHub, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee over on Ko-fi. Links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series, and I'll see you in the next one.